Okay, let's see. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Let me see if this is a good angle at all. Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Good morning. I know it's 9, nearly 9:15 a.m. I really hope that this is a good angle because I'm going to be sewing, and if I put the computer like up above, it might be like too high, or I'm not going to be able to interact, but I'm not sure. Let's see if this works. Good morning, Jazzy. What are you doing this morning? How's your morning starting? So I am going to be sewing some of the ones that I was doing yesterday, but I also have to cut this entire bolt um, in preparation for the scrunchies. And for this specific print, I usually get them by the bolts. I started with 6 bolts, and now I am down to 2. This is my best-selling print. So let me see. Buenos días. Saludos, Shar. I literally just signed in, and I'm just making sure that the angle and everything is good, and that you guys can hear me. I am so excited. Okay, this is a first for me because in a lot of different levels, I had to take out my Viking Husqvarna. Husqvarna. Y'all, I can't say that. Viking Husk Husk this. Whatever this is. The hike the Viking machine. Y'all, you know what this means? That I'm still working on my coffee. Okay? Man, I wish that the comments was on this side because I can't really see the comments. It's so tiny. Let's see. Okay, so you're gonna start it on Sunday. You know what? I'm failing hard. I am failing really, really hard. And I don't know. It's okay though. I'm totally okay. I'm failing because I don't think for that type of challenge, I should have been better prepared. And I didn't know what I was getting myself into. I should have known better, but I kind of didn't. Yeah, well, yes, that's absolutely, I do believe that. Um, But I know that if I would have prepared a little bit better, I would be a little bit more further along. But with that being said, it's totally okay. I'm very proud of where I'm at. I think that at this point, I'm more like 500. Okay. I'm like 500 scrunchies. And I have to count again tonight. But we'll see. We'll see. Good morning, Zoa. So one of the and like before I get started actual sewing, I wanted to talk about my surgery. I got my surgery in late February, and I swear to God, you guys, I really need to. I mean, I've been playing with it, I've been using it, but um, yesterday it started to give me. Let me see if I could show you because I don't know terminologies like that. Um, so, oh gosh, maybe I think I threw it in here because it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. I was FaceTiming with Ilya, and I kind of just threw it in here. This was one of them. So the seams, okay, the seams, no matter what settings I change it to, did I throw it away? I did. So um, no matter what settings I put the threads with or whatnot, the seams are coming coming apart. And I don't know like what to do. Like it kind of to me, it kind of looks good on the like this is the outside, right? But then when you turn it around and to the right side of let's pretend this is a garment, this is what it looks like. And I get that this is contrasting threads, but you guys, it's like it's loose or something. I'm not sure. So I don't have the machine like ready and installed right now. So I should have played with it a little bit more. Yeah, no, I am still proud of that 500. And I know I'm going to get a little bit more um by the end of it all. Let's see. Um if I'm like squinting a lot, it's because the words are on this side of the screen and they're tiny. No? Oh man, I get this thrill in using my serger. Like I feel like all, professional and everything. I absolutely love. I've been using it for a couple of months now with no problem. It takes me a long time to thread, but then once I get it, it's good and I love it. And then all of a sudden, this is happening and I don't know why. So, since I couldn't figure it out, even Ilya last night, I was like legitimately we ended the FaceTime around like 1:15 in the morning. We were just working on scrunchies and whatnot and talking. And she was trying to help me on her ends, no, nothing at all. Yeah. So with that being said, I took out my brother. Um, my my regular sewing machine, I have the Brother Runway, and I feel like that machine is so slow, and I don't understand. Like that's the machine that I've been using for so long, and I've been able to crank things up. And ever since I got the serger, now I feel like the Brother is slowing me down whenever I have to use the regular sewing, you know? Um, and then so here comes the Viking. The Viking is a machine that my fiance um he uses when he is in the shop with me, you know. I have a love-hate relationship with it because it feels funny to me. Again, I'm not a pro, but it feels funny to me. Like this is the bobbin thread, this is the top thread, and it feels like it's raised. Does that make sense? Like it just feels like it's raised, and I'm not sure if that's how it's supposed to be because when I sew with my brother, it's flat. So I've been playing around with the settings, with the tensions and all of that. And no matter what I do, this either, you know, stitches tighter or wider. And if it's wider, then the whole thing comes apart. So, you know, um, but I think that that's just how the machine works. And I'm just thinking, like, for a person like my son who is very sensitive to texture, this would be not a good thing. Yeah, I want to find, sure. So I have a lot of prints, but I have a lot of like half yards and 1 yards, you know, just in the near recent past. We started, getting I don't know where I put the bolt. Where, oh, right next to me. We started to get a whole bolt of like our best sellers type situation. This is one of them. Um, a unicorn one is another one. Um, the sugar skulls is another one. So actually, I might have like samples down here of them. No, oh, so this is you guys might have seen this in Joanne's. This in the Galaxy one, that I was showing, those two are like the top for us. And this music one is another one. Um, there's a dog print that I ran out of already, and they haven't brought that print back, and I'm very, very worried that they are not making that print anymore. But so, on these popular prints for us, we started to get the whole bolt. But I have a lot of like smaller pieces, and I don't want to do that anymore. I want to, like, moving forward, if I can get the whole bolt, then I want to at the very least get 5 yards moving forward because I'm doing so many other things. I want to be able to have a lot of yardage. Um, yeah. Hi, Evelyn. Good morning. Okay, so the other thing as I'm doing this that I wanted to talk about before I start cutting that is small business goals. And I probably, let me put this to the side, and I probably should like dedicate a whole entire Like, forget one video. And I should put together some like a mini series type of thing where um we're talking about small business goals and how to create small business goals. Um, Disclaimer, I am not a pro. I don't even have mine set up fully. Um, in most cases, I don't even know how to start. But I think that that's the whole point, doing the research and talking about it. Not necessarily me sitting here and teaching something that I'm still learning myself, but as I'm learning, talk about it, share what I'm finding out and how I'm, approaching the different aspects of creating small business goals. I don't know if that's something that could be even interesting to anyone. But I was thinking about that thread, thread in my coffee. No. Um, but yeah, so the other thing I did wanted to mention is that I'm just gonna use the white thread because besides on this step here, and I am switching to the burrito method. Um, I am the thread. No, ain't nobody gonna see the inside of the thread. And this entire box is the really big, wide scrunchies. I need to come up with a name. Um, the other thing that I was thinking about doing, I had mentioned it once, and when I was doing the double streaming with Ilya, and I really hope that when I turn this thing on and I get going, it's not like super loud. So let me know. But um, I also hope that I don't mess this up. Okay. So what was I saying? During the double stream, I think it was the first one. So I have to learn. Is this too dark? Is that better? Ooh, I think that's better. Yes. Okay. Now, if I were to do that, that's better. Okay, so during one of the live streams with Ilya, I had mentioned that StreamYard is a good way to maybe interview other small business owners. Um, and I was talking to, wait, okay, so hang on. The backstage, I have to press my foot down in order for it to work. That's different. So I was talking to Ilya about it. I was talking to my fiance about it as well. And I'm like thinking of doing it a little bit of a different approach to where I would be reaching out or like seeking out, or if anyone is interested in speaking, live with us, they can. Oh, I hate that this is like way back here. Um, Whatever that detail is gonna be, I don't know. But to to speak with a small business, you know, the ones that are just starting out, the ones that just opened a shop like yesterday or 3 months ago or a year ago, the ones that, you know, you work like 80 hours a week or 20 hours a week, and but you're still like, not getting sales or not getting views, or you're doing all these steps and all these things, and like, you know, because I'm that person. I'm there too myself. So it would be interesting to, have us come to the light and talk with all the rest of us, right? Um, let's talk about the process. What are we doing? What are we not doing? What are the challenges that we are facing? Um, how can the community help you, me, kind of get past whatever the bumps in the road? You know what I mean? Like those small business. Um, it's important, and it's important that we follow, that we have a mentor, okay, with the businesses that small business owners that are already a little bit. I wonder if I can just keep going. Oh, I can. That have made it past, a level to where, they're comfortable, right? Or, flat out successful. And that's amazing. And I love each and every one of them, because without them, you know, we kind of wouldn't know what direction to go. We learned so much from every single one of them, right? And we will continue to follow their footsteps, and then, you know, create our own. So they are vital to our journey, to everyone's journey, because once upon a time, they were in our positions as well, like where they started at zero. They didn't have a lot of sales, they didn't have a following, so they have their own stories. So it would be really interesting, I think, and maybe I am, I don't know, maybe that's not something, but what do you guys think? Let me read a little bit. Man, if I go on my phone and I read the comments, it's gonna be super delayed. It won't be like such real time. And then if I talk to you guys and I read, I have to get really, really close. So I'm sorry if I'm all up in the camera. Um, Good morning, Kim. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. Yes. Yes, isn't I mean, it is, you know what? And Kim, I saw your last I don't know if it was your very last video, but the video where you were talking about your blanks. Oh my God. I was like, you are always so helpful. You are so helpful, and that is so awesome. Very transparent, very like, hey, here's the information. This is what I'm finding out, you know. By the way, you guys, what are you guys drinking this morning? Are you a coffee drinker, or are you a tea drinker? Are you just a plain out, water drinker? If you guys have a, oh, hang on. If you guys, oh, you know what? I need to get that little tool that I got in Joann's. I wonder where I put it. Here. Let's see. I like that. I really like that. Okay. So if you guys have Facebook, Instagram, like whatever social media, you can just post it below. And don't link it because I don't think that YouTube likes that. But just write it down, right? And then um, I still don't, I still haven't done it, but we're gonna learn, right? Whoever writes down like their social media or whatnot, I can go back and edit the live, and in the description below, I will um I will link it. That way, I'm also making sure that I'm following you, and then I will link it so and then go from there. So for any replay viewers at this point, um, just wait till the end of you know, the live, and I will have everything on the comments linked below. I have to get used to that. But like, hey guys, the link's down below. That's so cool. I'm still geeking out, you guys. I really am. This is so new to me that I still kind of geek out. And at the end of like every like live or whatever, or video or whatever it is, like, I do my like nervous dancing around, squealing all over the house, like, oh my God, acting like a child. Yeah, I can't believe I just did that. Do you see this print right here? This is another one of my pretty good sellers. This print, Joann's has not carried this print in such a long time. And I even tried to call, is it in Illinois? Like their warehouse? Because Joann's, one of the managers in one of the stores near me had said that supposedly we can contact their warehouse directly if we ever needed like more than like whatever bolts they usually carry, which they typically only carry anywhere between like four to six bolts at a time, but not always. Um, Sometimes they only have two bolts or even just one, and then not order again at all for like weeks or months. But every 2 weeks, well, it would technically be every like once a month, because so say that this bolt of fabric is that last one they had, and I bought it, right? It goes out of stock in their inventory within 48 hours. Within 48 hours. I don't know how true this is. This is just what they told me. So it goes out of stock within 48 hours. And 48 hours from now, it takes them 2 weeks to reorder their restock. So by the time that it arrives, it would be about a month, right? So that's why they always say like, hey, something maybe like, I don't know, say that this only had 1.5 yards, but you needed five, and it's the last one. They check on their little computer or whatever, and it's the last one they had um like available, and there's no other stores within 100-mile radius that you can go to because it's all sold out. Well, in 48 hours, their system automatically, um, or whoever does, but their system will let them know, like, hey, it's restock time. And then in 2 weeks from there is when they usually would get their shipment for this specific um, print, right? So I said, well, that's interesting. And apparently, if they don't order the same print, like if they don't restock, um, like after 2 or even 3 months, she didn't know how to like describe it. She just said like 2 to 3 months. Then that's a pretty good indication that it might not be a company wide thing, but the area and the location of which that Joanne's you're purchasing from, they're no longer going to be carrying that print, which is what happened with this soccer print, right? Um, they started to like space it out, space it out, space it out, and just recently, and the reason why I got this little bit right is because apparently somebody had come in with like half a bowl or whatever it was from another store, uncut, and they have returned it. So they were able to put it back in stock in my location. That whole mess. I hope that made sense. Um, but I found that to be interesting when they told me about it. Let's see. Okay, great. Thank you so much, Shar. Yes, Jazz. So, yeah, with the special order, but you can do the special order with them, and I don't know if that would only be for the accounts that have like the business rewards thing. I do, so I'm not really sure if that's if that's a thing. Wait, did I already do this one? No. So I'm just sad to see that that one right there is a print that we no longer get, at least in this location. And I did try to find like online, um, of course, like going like on eBay and trying to figure out if people are selling it or whatnot. Because there was a time where I really, really needed at least 3 yards, and I had to just move on and move on. So when I saw these, I was like, I am so excited. There was this lady that she was in the aisle with me, and I kind of celebrated. I was like, "Yeah!" I started celebrating in front of the fabric aisle. Yes, that was me. And she just looked at me and she smiled. She's like, "Oh, you're a very happy person when you shopping for fabric." I'm like, "Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am." Is this machine loud? But yeah, so I do have some ideas of that sort. I about the interview, um the stuff with the interviews on StreamYard, that probably won't happen for a little while because I have to start researching, like really researching and making sure that you know, that I do it right. I don't like how this thing is way back over here. I'm so used to having it like right here because the brother one is just like kind of inside. So I'm trying to also see how this like going live at like 9 a.m. is gonna work for me. While I work, I want to see how productive I am as well. I know I understand that sometimes I might not be as productive you know, if I'm talking a lot, um, which is fine. I was having a really hard time yesterday with the width of this. And I am trying something new with these like mega scrunchies. It is out of my comfort zone, but I have to remember I'm not the one buying all of my scrunchies. And I know that people are really into that right now. So I need to learn how to just like making garments, making clothing. I need to learn. Some of these are done because I was doing it with the black. I need to learn to just kind of create, just create. Good morning. Thank you so much, Kim. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Have a good day. Hi, Angelina. Good morning. Good morning, Anna. Good morning. Good morning. So I'm just chit chatting as I'm working. This is a weird angle, a little bit because this is the computer, and I wanted to kind of at least have the sewing machine kind of peek so that you can see kind of like what I'm doing. Um, Depending on how this goes, I'll have some time to cut fabric. I'm going to be cutting I'm going to be cutting Galaxy. Oh, by the way, speaking of Galaxy, so you see that pillow right there? That's what this has. This is my very first product. When I first got my very first sewing machine, um, let me, there. So this is my very first product that I ever made on a sewing machine. Um, this is for the business. My very first product, as it probably is for many, 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 many people, was a pillowcase. So, but for the business, after the pillowcase, I made um, a blanket, a very small blanket, and then after that, my third piece that I ever made was this, and also this is my first one for the business. This is a wired headband. So um I don't I do plan on bringing these back, but I am changing, how do I say it? I'm working on a new pattern, I guess, right? Because I want to have like the wire enclosed in a channel so that it's not flopping around. Um, but yeah, this is my very first one. I still have loads of the original headbands that I had created. Many people keep on telling me that I should make a video on how to wear it because it's to some people they find it interesting, they like it, but they have purchased a few in the past and they don't know how to wear it. Please don't eat my fabric. This is really good for that particular issue, just to kind of like straighten out the fabric. Let's see. So, you guys, since I'm just like sewing, just kind of like highlight my name to kind of like get my attention. I kind of wish that the words I wonder if there's a way to make those letters bigger. I keep on doing hand gestures as if I'm working on my brother machine. And, like for example, um, putting the needle up and the foot and all of that. This is so weird. This has a lot of features and I have no idea what any of it means. And I need to like really just push buttons and figure out what it all means. There's a function button here that it says like normal REP, which to me that's either repetition or I don't know, repetitive. I don't know. I also do not have a manual for this because we got we inherited this machine from this like old lady at Joel's like old last job. Um at that time I was still making these wire headbands, but mostly I was just making scrunchies. And he had told her, oh, and headbands. There was a time that I was making just yoga gym headbands. And he had told her about it or whatnot. And then, I don't know, one day he just came home and he was like, oh, look, um, she gave us her old machine. I was like, that was very nice. That was very nice of her. Yes. Angelina, what are you working with this morning? Am I saying am I saying your name right? Is it Angelina or Angelina? I have a tendency of wanting to say all the names in Spanish. So one for Angelina or two for Angelina. I don't know. How do you, or am I even way off? Zero for just being way off? Angelina. Ah, okay, okay. My little one is playing. I have to keep, okay, 45 minutes. I've been on here for 45 minutes already. That is so cool. Um, it doesn't feel like time go by so fast. I can see there was in one of the lives, Amber was talking about how, about that, the timing and stuff like that, how it just kind of passes by so quickly. It's so easy to like, you know. Some of these I didn't get a chance to take the salvage out. And even if I were to sew through it, I'm still going to cut through, like, cut the excess, I think it's called excess, off. So right now I'm just chain stitching this step, and I know that I'm going a little bit slower. Another big reason is because I don't really know this machine. I don't. The back stitching on this machine is very weird. Because I have to, like on the brother, I can just press the button and it'll go. And over here, I have to press it, or like press my foot. You know what? Let me just find another box for this. No, never mind. Let me just put it on this table because I'm almost done, and then I will just start flipping. Well, not flipping, doing the burrito. I did the burrito last night with these like mega ones, and it was a lot more comfortable. When I do the burrito with my standard, I don't have a standard close to me. But when I do it with my standard size, I'm not a big fan of it. It's not as comfortable, I feel like. Um, so I like using the other method. But for this, because this is so big, it was just a lot more comfortable. I'm just really excited to kind of get rid of so many of these fabric prints that I've been having for so long. So these challenges are actually pretty good to kind of flush out your old prints, old fabrics, or older fabrics that you may have had there. And because I have so many different platforms that I really need to get back, and tend to, I am going to disperse all of these scrunchies. I do not ever use FBA. I never did before. So, but I'm thinking of trying it. Just trying it and see how I do with it, right? Now that I will have all of these together, I just have to sit and work with my barcodes, SKU numbers, all of that, and then just kind of send it out to FBA, Amazon, and then also the fulfillment center of Walmart, and go from there. Good morning. Good morning, Mary. So this is this is a good opportunity for me to try those because the fulfillment center, the FBA from Amazon, you like I don't need to have like so many. Like the minimum is 500. So that's not bad. It is not bad. The challenge is until Friday, tomorrow. Dun dun dun. Right? Tomorrow. But I'm going to continue. I'm not stopping. I'm just going to continue because I have to continue. I'm going to continue through the weekend. Um, so that way next week I can work on photography, marketing. Right now I'm just taking all these, um, what are these called? I said the word. But I'm taking this edge out. That clearly I can't remember what it's called now, even though I said it out loud a few minutes ago. Um, you guys, I need to try a new coffee. I don't want to go back to Bustelo, and I'm not. I'm trying not to. This is Starbucks, the K cups. I do have a Keurig. And I got a low key frother as well. So I really need to try a new coffee. I have like that urge to try something new. I think it would be really, really fun to try a new coffee, like something completely different. Is there anything that you guys, recommend that I can get in K cup form? And if not, that's okay too, because I do have the Keurig is to the dual brew coffee brewer, I think it's called. So I can make it in the pot as well. But yeah, that's what it is. It's so here's the thing. I used to think that Starbucks was very strong. And all of a sudden I started to get, I started to transition out of Dunkin' Donuts. I no longer really drink Dunkin' Donuts unless that's the only option, maybe on a road trip or something. I don't know. Unless that's the only option. Otherwise, I just rather not. drink coffee. That's just how much I diverted away from Dunkin' Donuts because in our area, I swear, you know, no one makes good coffee. And it may not be Dunkin' Donuts fault. It just means that their employees are not very good at making coffee. I don't know what the case is, but I just stopped, you know, I transitioned it into Starbucks at that point. I realized that maybe I should be doing that so that you can see what I'm doing. There could be an easier way of doing this, but it's okay. I should have done this before I cut, the strips and just cut out like all the I really blanked out the word. But this salvage, that's the word. Salvage. Ding ding ding. And the winner is salvage. So I I think that the next time, just to save on time, I'm definitely gonna be doing that. It's kind of hard on that galaxy print that I'm gonna be cutting next, because part of the salvage is kind of, you know, like this, where it's flushed with the print. But I more or less know that the salvage is about a inch. But yeah. Yes. So coffee, let me see. Ooh, Anna, the Cuban coffee. You know, love, I don't know if I at this moment love or hate the Kardashians, but when I think of Cuban coffee, I always go back to that episode where she had Cuban coffee for the first time. I believe she was in Florida at that time, and she got so hooked on that, like on the coffee or whatever, that she drank the cubanito, I think is what she was calling it, all day, all night. She was wired. She was on some like jittery situation. It was hilarious. She went on this like moped down to this like little shop area where they sold this coffee, bright and early in the morning, like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Um, they were closed. She waited for it. Like this whole situation, it was hilarious. It was a very, very hilarious episode to watch. But I don't know if you guys ever got to see that episode or not, but every time I see, and it usually only happens when I have to like read Cuban coffee, it comes to my mind. It's hilarious. But you know what? I agree with her. It's delicious. It's amazing. Yes. Like, yes, please. And yeah, I definitely in the morning, even if I don't drink an entire cup, because sometimes I'm working and I kind of forget about it. Oh, look at that. This is not cut. So another one I have to later today. Are these cut? Yeah. Um, is the salvage here? Nope. Ooh, these are cleaned up. Is there any more? Is there any more? These are all cleaned up. All right, it's go time. It is go time. Let me put these back in this box because now we are going to be sewing. All right. So in the coffee, I usually start with mornings. Okay. Yeah. So in the mornings, I usually start with coffee. I really want to be that person that starts with water, but I'm usually not. Alrighty. So I'm gonna also be here. Um, let me see. What time is it? 10:15 for like another 45 minutes. So at 11 o'clock, I will be done. So yeah, you guys. And speaking of that, right? Earlier I started off talking about like goals and possibly as I'm researching and making my own, I we can do like a little series where we get to do it on the computer, like record it. Is that better? Maybe. And just like record the whole process because maybe not, but maybe there's gonna be like other people trying to like research and do the same thing for their own small business or even hobby. I mean, essentially it's the same process, right? Um, so I'm kind of excited about that because I haven't had the chance to order my planner. So I hear that with StreamYard, I can share my screen with you guys. And I'm thinking that I can take you along with me as I order my next planner. And we can set that up together. Again, it's still business related because it is for the business. And then we can sit down together. Maybe we can. Right now, I'm just talking like out loud as ideas come or ideas have already been in my mind. Maybe we can do a vision board together. Yes, it's May. By the time that happens, it's either middle of May or end of May. But we should kind of get together virtually. um Almost like these like so longs that the girls are doing, right? but instead we can do a vision board. Okay, we can do something like that if you guys haven't already done one for this year, or it doesn't even have to be for this year. It could be, for just the month, or if you want to get a little bit more broader, we can do, or you can do a vision board for the quarter. So, but we can do something like that together. And again, for small business purposes, sometimes it's good to do something that's gonna help you stay accountable, even when even when there's not another person or a group of person or a community um, where you feel like you still don't have that backbone to lean on. It's okay, because we can be our own backbones, and that vision board could be a place where we lean. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I'm just talking. I have to write all this down. I have to watch this video again, like myself, because since I'm not writing anything down, I might just kind of forget. But that's something. And we could do it together. I am not using StreamYard. This is YouTube Studio, because I was reading up on the StreamYard, and it said something like StreamYard, the free version, you only get like 20 streams a month. And while I don't have 20, I'm not even close. I want to get used to going live straight from YouTube, and kind of just use the StreamYard for just in case I do the interviews, small business interviews with startup businesses and hobbyists. Hobbyists, is that how you say? Um, or dreamers. Let me see. So I don't want to waste the streams and then kind of regret it. And I might even end up having to upgrade it to the next plan up, because I really like some of the other features that it includes if you were to pay for an upgrade. Hi, Pia. Good morning. Good morning. Let me see. I'm sorry again if I'm getting like real up and close and personal with the cameras, because the letters are like this tiny on the other side of the screen. So, yes. Yeah, definitely. So, and you guys, you know what I was also thinking about? I kind of want to create like a file. I think like mostly for me, but like if anybody wants in on it, don't eat the fabric. Nope. Okay. Like, I don't know how to handle you just yet, so don't be eating no fabric. She about gave me like a heart attack over here. Oh, jeez. Like, relax, relax. You know what I should do? I should probably have serviced her a little bit before I started doing this. She's probably just angry, like, I need some oil. But yeah, so what was I saying? I want to create a file um to help me remember everyone's names, and then also like their business names and their usernames on like YouTube or whatever, like social media, just so that I can like, and I understand that eventually that's not going to be feasible, you know what I mean, as the group gets bigger and stuff like that. Oh, by the way, I did start. I don't know if I should even. I don't know if it's relevant just yet, but I did open my Discord or whatnot because I just figured let me get it opened now, even though I'm so early on in everything. Um, I don't know how to use it just yet, but I think that like I'm just gonna, I don't know, it's there. It's there. But in the file, at least with us, where this is like the OG for me, the OG group. The group of my mentors, my supporters, my like I'm leaning on you guys a lot for a lot of just everything. Like I'm learning so much with you guys. We're kind of going through this journey from the beginning, kind of like together in some ways. So the more like we talk on Discord and on all these like platforms and stuff, it's almost like we are not almost like I truly believe that in a lot of ways we are creating this friendship, and I don't want to be rude by not knowing your name or by not knowing like properly your name or your business. So I think that that would be really awesome. And in the event that anyone wants to have that file too or have access to that file, because yes, it's a lot of us and it's not like we're all besties like forever and ever, like we know every single person, but at the same time, I think it's just that for me it's that level of respect that I want to give to you guys to be able to know who I'm speaking with. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Le quiero dar el valor y el respeto um, que se merecen, because it is, to me, it's important. Good morning, Dolphy. Good morning, Stacy. Good morning, good morning. And again, I'm getting so close like that because I can't read the words. They're like so little. But I am working on my scrunchy challenge. So these are like mega super big um scrunchies, and I am chain stitching the first step. And then I'm going to be working on these scrunchies using the burrito method, and yeah, so I haven't counted just yet. I have no idea where we're at, but we're in the 400 something, close to 500. I do believe. Let's see. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that because I am trying I'm trying to get used to this. Technically, is this the first time? Well, the other day I was flipping the other ones. I was flipping them as I was talking, but that was my very first live. This is my second live, and so technically I'm just learning to do this, like work and talk and chit chat and stuff like that. And I'm going live on the computer, so I am still learning all about the angles and stuff like that. So it's very new. It's very new. It's and I've never considered myself to be a quiet person. I'm always talking. Um, and definitely not shy. I don't think I'm shy. However, it's not shyness or being quiet, but it's more of intimidation. So I am trying to learn to do this and get past being intimidated, um, and just learn. So you guys will see, especially on these lives, you guys will see me struggle a lot, but it's okay. It's quite okay. Angelina, let me see. Yes, yes. The journey. I'm not a okay. So it's been quite a while now, quite a few years that I have strayed away from like taking pictures, recording things, and this is on the personal level, So like recording things and taking pictures and stuff, and I just started to be more in the moment and enjoying, stuff in the moment. And then I started to realize that while that's also important to do, there needs to be some type of balance. And I learned that it's a very, very important, actually pretty vital in my opinion, um, aspect of life, that we should learn how to have that balance, because while we cherish those in the moments. Um, oh, she's playing with her. She's not in front of me in the living room anymore. She's in the room, and I like overheard her, and but she's just either playing with her dolls or watching something funny. I'm like, wait, I'm gonna have to come back, but no, she's laughing. Um, I don't know what I was saying now. I got distracted, and now I don't know what I was saying. But whatever I was saying, that all of it, that I have no idea what I was saying. Mm, I think. Wait. Yeah. So something about like I think that it's important to have that balance to record it, to take that picture, to snap that picture because while you want to, take in and live that moment and really enjoy it and be there for that moment, you know, years later it's going to be like me where speaking midstream on a sentence, you'll just forget what you're saying or you'll start to blur things out from your past. And while you enjoyed it at the time, you don't know what's going to happen in the future. So it's nice when I like Facebook memories shows me some things and from the past and it's like, oh my god, so even and then you never know if that comes up on a cloudy day and it makes you smile and it reminds you like of the good things. So with the small business, it's pretty much the same thing. Like, can you imagine being able to record these first milestones? I don't necessarily have to stand here and teach you guys something that and like pretend to be teaching you something that possibly, yes, I may know about XYZ, but I'm not a professional, right? But to um, show you the process that I'm also going through. And then in 5 years, 3 years, 10 years, whatever, the videos are going to be there to not only help others, but it serves as a memory to you and your family. Like this is your journey. This was your journey. This is what you went through. This is how you started. Um, not a lot of us have had the privilege or the opportunity. I don't like using the privilege with this statement or this thought opinion that I'm about to um to say. I don't really like to use the word privilege, even though I guess it belongs there somewhere. But not a lot of us has had the opportunity in in our younger years to or even now, currently, to go to college and to do all the stuff, right? Um, that comes along with going to college and having that career and all of that, right? Not saying that it's impossible because it's not, but the truth is that not many of us has had that opportunity in the past, or maybe our parents most certainly did not. Yet a lot of our parents and ourselves, we have or they have had very successful businesses of whatever sorts. Yeah, like for example, I'll speak about my dad. He never even went to grade school, let alone college. Yeah, he's had a very successful um, life, you know, with having a very successful position at work when he was still employed um, by a small, like whatever the job used to be at the time. And then he's had his own business here in town um, for the past 20 years, 21. Very, very successful. But he's never been a day in his life. And it would be so awesome as like his kid to have been able to see either pictures or videos of his journey, of his process, you know, because I think that would be pretty cool, and it would also help others. I don't know. That was totally like off rent. Let me see. Bye, Angelina. Have a nice day at work. Yes, I cannot wait. I am here for it. I am waiting for your live. Yes. But yeah, so you guys, having those videos has more meaning than just being here on YouTube. Has more meaning than, you know, than what your initial purpose might have been. It's more than that. I believe that. It's more than that. So I'm thinking that I want to go live 3 times a week. One of the days is going to be on a weekend, and big chances are going to be that that will be a Saturday afternoon at whatever time. Um, and then during the week, I'll choose another like 2 days. And I haven't gone live at nighttime, but I'll be honest, I think I want to keep it to where I am live in the mornings. But I do want to try going live at night to see how it is. And you guys, please, if you like this type of like all the stuff that we're talking about that I'm talking about now will be things that I will be continuing to speak of. Um, like throughout my channel and my videos, and stuff like that. So if it's something that you guys like, please follow my channel. I would be so appreciative. I am thinking, you guys, so I think that I have like 49 subscribers. I geeked out about this like super hard. Um, I think was it yesterday, the day before? I was like, oh my God, I got 49 subscribers. Like, oh, holy smokes, right? So that's pretty cool. Thank you so much. And if like whenever I get to 100 subscribers, I do want to do a giveaway. So I think that that would be awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome to be able to give back to you guys as a thank you because this is cool. This is so awesome. Oh no, Mary. Well, I, again, I am all here for it. Um, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for that live. That is gonna be so much fun. Um, and I hope the baby is feeling better. With these temperatures going up and down like this, like, one day, on one single day, it can literally have nearly all 4 seasons happening within one day. One day. So, and the allergies, or allergens, I should say, have been so like out of whack this year. I started to feel some symptoms um this year for the first time ever in my life. But my whole family, like me and my son, we're the two that we don't really get the symptoms as hard. Some days they can be um for me, but my daughter, oh my god, poor thing. Like my daughter's seasonal allergies are so bad. And my little one, now she started, like this year, it started to get like really, really bad. Joel's horrible. Like it's almost like he's not human on certain days, you know? And I just feel so bad because this entire week, the rest of this weekend, it's gonna be like super high allergies for certain things. So I just hate seeing them suffer so much. They're miserable with their face. My daughter this morning was like, "Mom, can I just like peel my face off and like store it in a closet somewhere and then come back after like, you know, everything gets cleared in the air outside." I'm like, "Oh, oh no." Yeah, that sounds like the stomach bug. I love these pineapples. Look how cute. I've had this print for a little while now. I haven't seen this print back this year, and I don't know why because it's adorable and it's also cotton, which I'm kind of sad about. Um, that's the other thing, you guys. I for 3.5 years, I only purchased cotton, like woven cotton. I don't know why I have such a hard time with that woven. Well, this kind of cotton. Um, and then of course when I do blankets and stuff like that, I'll get minky. I don't have any minky right now. Do my fabric stash is like right over there, so that's why I keep looking over there. So I don't have any, but I do have like still in some like bins and stuff. I have some fleece, I think. Yeah, I have some fleece. Nothing fun, so I'm not taking those out. I have to figure out what to do with them too. I should do a challenge towards the middle of summer in preparation for this for the winter. But anyway, so I never because I didn't know. I tried working with some like stretch knits and stuff and some like knit material, but I didn't know what I was doing. So I I just stayed away from like purchasing anything that was stretchy ever, ever. So I'm glad that that all of this is going to be gone very soon. So that way it gives me an opportunity to go back to the store and actually this time around I want to go online and just try to find out a place where like for example spoon flour. I don't want to get stuff from spoon flour just right now because they are a little bit pricey like for my budget right now, right this minute. Um, but I know that there's so many other websites that I can try in the meantime, and then maybe like in a few months because I want to put most of the money into getting blanks instead. Like right now, I'm just working on samples, but I really need to get blanks so that I can start making shirts. But I'm excited to get new fabric. And I'm going to focus more on different knits than cotton. And for the scrunchies, I am going to continue having the scrunchies, of course, but I'm going to switch over the material. I will continue doing some cotton, but I want to have silk. That's I want to focus on that for the summer. Oh man, yes, daycare. That'll do it. But it's just a hard time right now. It is just a hard time because the weather, changes. I don't know where you guys are at, but here in New England, this weather is insane. If you are new to this channel, please, 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 um, follow the channel. I'm really bad at this. I should like write a little script just so that I could practice it and I could just say it a few times. I'm better at it when I'm in the comments in someone else's video, and then I sound like a little infomercial. But like, hit the thumbs up. And don't forget to hit the bell when you leave. But then like when it's for me, like for myself, it's like I feel like My cheeks. I'm just talking about it. My cheeks are like hot. Like, oh my God. But yeah, I appreciate it. Oh gosh. You know, I'm kind of getting the swing of this machine. This machine, by the way, you guys, this is a Viking. Uh, I can't say the word. I need to say the word. I need to like go on YouTube, like not translator, but like just say like how do you say, and then type this in and see how they pronounce it. Husqvarna. Husk Husk Husq Husqvarna. I got Varna. Or is the Q silence? Is it Husqvarna? Husqvarna. I don't know. I really have no idea, you guys. It's a Viking, and it says made in Sweden, limited edition, 400 computer. I don't know. This machine is the one that my husband uses whenever he is sewing and whenever he's working with me. This is the one that he uses because he says the other one is too slow, yada yada, and I agree with him. But you guys, this is I have no idea how you say this. The name of this. I see the comments kind of going up a little. Let's see. Good morning, Michelle. Good morning, Liz. Good morning, Mia. Hello, hello. Liz, he does. Um, so a year and a half ago, actually in 2018, that year was the best year for my scrunchies. And I would be like a lot. It was pretty like it was pretty busy for me during that time. So he jumped in. He learned that year to sew, and he jumped in. Um, and he was working with me. And then, of course, in all of 2019 as well, and in 2020, it was just me and him against the sewing machines with face masks. So, but then he went back to work. Um, and then school started again. He goes to Northeastern University here in Boston. So he had taken a break from that. So for like 2 semesters, on and off. So now that he's like working super full time and also going to school, back to school, he doesn't sew as much anymore unless I like, like I really, really need him to. But yeah, he's like, yeah, he's actually better than me in a lot of things. He makes the girls little Barbie doll like clothing and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna chit chat for like a little bit and then but yeah, so good morning. Yeah, so he does like little like Barbie outfits and dream house accessories and stuff like that for the girls. Um I can do little things, but he's pretty good at it. So yeah. Yeah, and I had mentioned earlier this is my very first product that I had made with when I had switched over from like crochet. That's how I started from crochet over to sewing. This is the very first product that I had. the print and everything. I This is what I used to call my Galaxy wired headbands. But I am changing the pattern. I'm formulating a new pattern so that way I can, I don't know, just so that the wire is encased in a channel and stuff like that. And then when I get it a little bit better, to my liking, I will have a few people test it out and see how, what they think, what their opinion is before I release it. But this is it. So I don't have labels. I do have labels currently, but I don't like them with labels. I make my own labels. Let me show you. And while they look cute, I actually find them to be annoying. That's just the truth. I find them to be annoying. So I want to go on Etsy and I just want to have them made professionally. I also want them made in a specific sizing. Um, I make my own with transfer paper and muslin. So this is just the muslin. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Muslin. It's this one here. Muslin. Muslin? Muslin. It's this fabric right here from Joann's. It's like super washed out. Let me see. Turn this off. Yeah. Anyways, so there's this. That's what I use. And I can see clearly now. Okay. And then with the transfer paper, I just put the website on it because I said when I was making them, I was like, it's great if I put HSS, which is the acronyms of Host Stitch by Stitch, but ain't nobody gonna know what that is or where to go. So I just decided to do the website, and then I did put it on. But I'll be honest, I'm not. It looks cute, but to me, it's not practical. So I want to go more professional on the route of more professional, clean it up, maybe satin instead of, cotton. Um, so I'm not putting tags on it. I'm not doing it right now. Some of them have it, but I'm not continuing to put it. I'm saying muslin. I was saying slim, like slim, but it's muslin. Let me see. Liz, but he's cute, so we keeping him. Oh, that is so awesome. That's so cute. That's hilarious. Yeah, so yeah, he's creative. That's his main attribute. He's creative. Um, and even if he doesn't know, he kind of tries to figure it out. So that's another big plus. So satin ribbon. I want to try to use the satin ribbon. And you know what? I haven't tried on my own to do the to do this method with the satin ribbon. Um, I also know that using this muslin, using this muslin material, you can even, depending on your printer, okay, huge disclaimer here, depending on your printer, you can prep this so that way you can print it right on it. and I haven't tried that method. I'm a little afraid to try that method. I did purchase the the freezer paper that you're supposed to get and all of that. Um, so maybe I should do a video like trying that out for the first time. However, here's my printer and I just ran out of ink again. So, yes, that's so about the side fraying. I do have one. Actually, my daughter has it on, so I can't show you. But that one, I put it in the wash and everything, and the sides does not fray. And I don't know if the reason because the reason for it not fraying is probably because the transfer paper kind of seals it. I mean, this is like a glue essentially, right? Like a glossy glue. Like if you put this, in under the heat, it's gonna melt again. So maybe it's because the transfer paper kind of, helps it with the edges. And of course, also, the way that I do it, I fold it and let's pretend that this is, a seam. I fold it and then I tuck it into the seam. So at the end of the day, let's do it this way. This is how it kind of looks, sort of like this, right? So at the end of the day, it's only like this tiny little corner right there that I have to worry about possible fray, right? And because it's bent like this, it probably doesn't allow it to fray as well, maybe possibly. This is just we're speaking of like an experiment here, okay? Because I don't know. I don't know. But that's what I'm thinking. That plus the transfer paper could be, you know, part of the reason. Let me see. Good morning, Ilia. Buenos días. Let me see. Let me go back up. Yes, that's Anna. So that was another huge thing that I was thinking about. Like that day, I had my not this one. I have another big whiteboard. That day, I remember I had my whiteboard and I was just like, scrunchy. I was doing like old school web, right? Like scrunchy in the middle. And then there was a whole bunch of like lines and like legs all over the place. And, I'm like, okay, one of the biggest things is the fact that like most people that I personally know do not like tags. They cut them off. And the way that I've been placing these is actually pretty hard. Let me show you. Let me show you one that is done. It's pretty hard to hang on. It's pretty hard to like cut it off without kind of ruining the scrunchie, right? So this is just how I package my scrunchies. Okay, so where's the camera? What? Here it is. So see, it's just that little tiny corner on both sides. And I just, I don't know. And sometimes they're like down and up. I didn't really mind about that, really. I should. I should have, but I don't. Like I think it's fine. But that's just how it is. It would be very, very difficult for anyone to try to rip this out or cut it off without really like ruining the scrunchie or having that risk of ruining the scrunchie. Now, I know that in the most part it's fine, but at the same time, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. So I just stopped. This is a batch that I did, and then I stopped because I wanted to analyze it. I want to, map it out and really figure out a better tagging, and I have to get tags anyways because I'm starting to make um garments for babies and kids. So, okay, now let me see where I am at. Wait. Whoa, the comments just are flying. Hang on. Where am I? I lost my place. I lost my place. Okay. Yeah, so Mia, I've seen a few videos where people just, print a red on the fabric. So I want to try it. If I mean not the computer, if the printer breaks, I would actually be kind of happy because I really, 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 really need to get out of the ink cartridges and I want to switch over to a laser printer, maybe. I don't know. I just know that I need to get rid of these ink cartridges because, wow, like, okay. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you so much for being here, you guys. I so appreciate it. Liz, I do not sublimate. I wish that I did, but that would be in the near future, in the goals for the near future. Um, but definitely not this year. So it would probably be something more, for 2022 goals because there's just a lot. Like I'm learning, I'm still learning how to sew. Like I'm still learning how to do like sew like all these patterns and I'm doing so much already that I don't want to add on. But if I sublimate though, I will be honest. If I sublimate, it will be for mugs because I am obsessed with mugs and water tumblers and stuff like that. So um, that would be the reason for it. And to be honest with you, I am thinking too that just might be something that I am going to outsource and just have somebody make the mugs for me because literally that's the only thing that I kind of am interested in the sublimation world. Aside from, of course, like the labels and stuff like that. But yeah, let me see. The transfer paper would have ink and stuff. Yeah. Good morning, Sandy. Thank you so much for being here. Let me see. I am so with the ribbon. So that's the other thing about the color of the ribbon. I think it's very important to note, to keep in mind in choosing the color of the ribbon. I went with this like, beigey color. I didn't want to do the white because I didn't want it to be a hot box for whenever, the print or the color of the scrunchie or the product was either too light or too dark, so that it didn't like clash. So I figured that this like, creamy color was a good combination of the two, like a good medium, right? But if, jumping into the satin, I would have to like really kind of make like kind of see like a sample of a few colors and go from there. Yes. Liz, as a small business, now I am learning to appreciate the value of tags. I no longer cut for me personally, I no longer take them off. I don't really rip them off. The only thing that I still do is on towels, unless it's sewn in all four directs, like four sides. It's fully sewn in, then I don't mind. But when it's just kind of like flapping, I just go ahead and I just go ahead and just take it off because especially for the kitchen, I find it still annoying. But yeah, I am learning to see the value in branding in the tags. I It's actually interesting because every time that I get anything, I the first thing lately that I've been doing is like I go straight to the tag and I appreciate their hard work. Like some tags are super cute and so unique. So I actually been catching myself doing that. But I know that there's a lot of people that, they take it off because it's uncomfortable. They don't like the texture of that feeling. Um, so like for example, I struggled. These guys here, I never branded because I struggled. I had no idea how or where. At one point, there's a very select few, not select, but there's a very few like small handful of people out there somewhere in this world that has a couple of my very, very first batch of headbands that I did have a gold, out of all colors, a gold satin tag that I had gotten it from Etsy. And I put it on the way back, but I don't know. Let's see. Um, if you hold, put the printer will blink. Yes, yes. Thank you so much, Mia, for the reminder. Yes, please give the video a thumbs up. I so appreciate it. Not a problem, Ilya. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to kind of go through the comments here now, and then kind of start saying my goodbyes because um, I have to start wrapping up and getting back to the little one. She is she's looking at me. She's like, hey, so school is gonna start in a little while. um, I can't go to Walmart. Like I if I go to Walmart, can I go around the fabric area because then it's like I did not go for that. I went for something else, and I would end up with like 10 plus that's something else. And that 10 is usually all fabric or accessories of some sort. It's usually maybe a new pair of scissors, more safety pins because I use them a lot, something or some things because it's usually not more than one. You know what I'm gonna do? Okay, so all of mine, and then with this, I'm gonna wrap up. um, I've been binge watching a few of the videos with Talia, and she uses wide elastics. And now these are super mega jumbos that I'm making. Here is an example. I had done this one. Okay. Um, And I want to try using this white elastic. I never thought to use white elastic because I thought that maybe that would be like annoying, but look how cute, right? Super cute. So I want to try to use it. I want to try to make one of those to test it out and see how I like it. Um, but the thing about scrunchies and for me is that the elasticity, the wider it is, the elasticity is not as great as, for example, this thinner one where, I mean, look at that. That's a huge difference. You know what I mean? Let's see. Let's see. I don't want to cut it, but it ends here. Where is my, that's not the right pen, but it's okay. Elastics are never seen. So it's right there. Let's see. Okay, it's gonna end right here. Close to this. Okay. Just say, I don't know. Clearly, I have like nothing else to do. Oh my gosh, you guys. And that is the reason why I kind of stayed away from the thicker the elastic. Trying to not move this arm, right? I know that the angle is like not straight or whatever, but if I go straight on, then you can't really see. So I'm trying not to move this arm right here. Okay. All right, you guys, let me read the last bits and then I'm so happy. Look at that. We got 12 viewers and 12 thumbs up. I am so happy. Thank you so much for like all of you guys. It is so awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Um, yes, 10% shopping. Yeah, you know, I kind of miss not, I don't know. Uh, the wet elastic makes it poof out or thicker. I never even tried. So I would be very interested in seeing how it comes out. Um, I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, so I by Nairo. Bye Anna. Thank you so much for being here. Bye Sean. Yeah, yeah. And you know what? We'll talk about that elasticity at another time. But I am going to be out as well. Thank you so much for being here. You guys are all awesome. Thank you for working with me, halfway and for listening to all my ideas come to mind and flourish and just, just kind of circulate there. So I'm going to put all those ideas together and yes, so put whatever social media you have in the comments because remember, I am going to go back. I'm going to make sure that I'm following you, but I'm also going to link everything that's in the comments um, during this live. Um, I'm going to go back and link them in the description below. So again, you guys, put your social media in the comments so I can link them. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Bye.